price goes up to $16. It was 11. They also upped their target prices, by the way, on Royal Caribbean as well as Norwegian. You can see there, they're getting a move higher. Now, on the B of A side of things, Carnival, the upgrade there goes along with the target price hike to $20 from 11. They are also looking at the strong travel demand out there, better vessel mix versus pre-pandemic and less balance sheet risk. The price targets there also got upgraded for both Norwegian and Royal Caribbean as well. So you can see a bigger move across the entire business. Now on the auto front, autos.
How about now? Can you guys hear me now? I had to shut it off and then turn it back on. Yep, I'm back. Okay, awesome.
Continued trend of Americans keeping their cars for longer. And then, as promised, it's Megacap Software Cloud with Oracle slated to report its results after the closing bell. The shares are right now, again, record high so far, up 4.5% right now, up over 12% in just the last month. Wolf Research this morning upgrading it to outperform, peer-to-peer perform. They put a $130 price target on it based on a more optimistic outlook for Oracle's cloud infrastructure, or OCI. It's worth noting JP Morgan also raised its target price to $109 from $93. So, David, to your point, kind of like that mea culpa upgrade over there. They maintained the outperform, and that stock is already trading above it. So that OCI, cloud infrastructure, is the driving force behind a lot of this. Expectations, David, Mike, to your points here, are very high for Oracle, for a stock that's already seen a sharp move higher. Not looking just at the momentum, but the expectations very much a big part of the story. David, Mike, we'll send things back.
Dom, thank you. Yeah, a good point. A lot of analysts playing catch up on Oracle. Of course, Larry Ellis quickly making his way up to net worth, probably what, number 5, 4. I don't know where he is these days, Mike, but he's got it right up there. And Tesla also benefited. It's a huge chunk of Tesla, obviously. No mistake.
Yeah, its market cap just keeps, you know, I mean, it's one of the exceptions to the kind of old legacy tech rule at this point, where they're getting the benefit from the market for being a player in the new wave.
Yeah, new wave. All right, as we head to break right here, let's give you a roadmap. Tesla, of course, we've discussed it. We've seen it's up again. That would be its 12th straight day of gains. Should it hold? It's double where it started the year, but of course, one key question: can this one continue?
Plus, is the IPO drought finally showing signs of life, the signs that investors need to watch from here?
And we've got a big, bold, exclusive. You're not going to want to miss it. Sarah Eisen sitting down with David Solomon.
All right. There we go. We're back on. We're good. Yes, awesome. Back. There we go. Let's see. Don't leave me like this. Nah. We here, bro. We here. We here. We back. So overall, so because I'm trading the current contract, my target on NASDAQ overall is 14,575, right? It's 570, but I always like to get out a few points shy of the overall TP. So I'm looking for it to drop all the way down to 14,570. Now for today, since I'm short up here at 14,803, I will take some profits at 14,736, and then I'll look to scale back in on any pop to the upside. I'm going to try my hardest to leave a runner all the way down to 14,575 area. So I'll probably just leave that in a swing account so I don't look at it. So yeah, so that's my target. Yeah, so I'm trading NQU3. Yes. As I mentioned earlier, whether the system does it automatically or I do it manually, 3 to 4 days prior to the old contract expiring, I will switch over to the new contract because I like to trade the contracts that have the highest volume. Okay. And if you want to look at that, you can just go. Now, if you have Thinkorswim, TD Ameritrade, I don't know if you can do it on other platforms, but if you have Thinkorswim, right? So right here, I go to trade, all products, and I can see that the current contract that is currently trading NQU23. Look at the volume, right? Volume is 176,000 versus the other contract, which only has 135,000 in volume. So I prefer high volume because, again, I want to go in and out. I don't want to be sitting there watching paint dry, right? And also what you can see down here, these are options, okay? You can trade options on NQ and on ES. The only instrument that think TD Ameritrade doesn't allow options trading on is the Dow Jones. I don't know why, but it's just what they told me. But you can trade options on NASDAQ. You can do options on ES, gold, oil, copper, natural gas. There's a ton of commodities that you can do options trades on. So very, very beneficial to be doing futures again than equities. Just saying. I'm not throwing no shade because I love equities. That's where I started off with. But you gotta start, up advancing. Okay, Nas is still looking better. Let's go. Do your thing. Like, do your thing, chicken wing. Dow Jones is still playing this little nonsense of back and forth, back and forth. Okay. Okay, let's go. Finally, look at how NASDAQ finally got below two areas that I was looking for. Now, mind you, what I'm posting in here, the chart is the trading view chart, okay? So just don't really pay attention to the numbers on the side. It's just more so of the candle formations and stuff. Okay, come on. There we go. Oh, come on, NASDAQ. Come on, baby. Just do what you're supposed to. Oof, she looking so good. She is looking so good. So good. Let's see. Sometimes for me to be able to make a little extra, I have to like completely look away from that particular account. Because I just hate watching the P&L fluctuate back and forth, back and forth. I just get tired of it, and I'm just like, let me just take profits. The hell with it. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody got time for that. I have one. I do, however, have multiple Forex brokerage accounts, different funded firm accounts I have. And reason being is because all these firms, I have a max daily percentage that I can exceed. And I find that to be a lot better than having a set trailing stop loss. But once you've made enough cushion in your account, that trailing stop loss goes away. So you just have to be, very cautious with your risk to reward management. But I only have one Apex account. I probably should get a couple more, but I already have too many accounts to manage, and it's just like, and I have like some that I've grouped together. Those are like the very conservative ones, and I have like individual ones that I could, be a little more aggressive. Okay, currently up 32 points on my NASDAQ short. Okay, I guess I should show y'all that too.
Does that mean, do you foresee further headcount reductions?
Well, when you look at our business has, a couple of headwinds. We talked about capital markets headwinds. We're always looking to right size the business for the opportunity. And over the course of the year, as you appropriately point out, we've been narrowing, our headcount just a little bit to rebalance. I've talked to you before, Sarah, about the fact that we run this human capital business.
I didn't know.
Performance reviews every year. During the pandemic, we stopped those performance reviews. We did not stop hiring 3,000 young people every year. And so we grew our headcount pretty significantly.
Because Ninja Trader probably still hasn't rolled it over. Wait, which one? Which contract are you trading? Cause 355. No, mine is the same. Yeah, mine is the same on Ninja Trader. My Ninja Trader and on ES, I have them both at the same, where it's on the current contract and not the old one. Yeah, bro, the nonsense, yo, the manipulation today, this back and forth is ridiculous. What expiration? So okay, so you're just joining us, so let me go over this again. I do hope you guys start showing up to this a little bit earlier in the day, but I'll repeat it one more time. Give me 1 second. Let me show y'all what this is looking like. Oh, everything's just like moving really slow today. Okay, so you see my screen, right? So here's ES. ESM23 is currently trading at 43.10.75. ESU23 is active track that is now in play, that has more volume, okay? And you can see the difference in price, right? So this one, the last price was 43.55. So if you are seeing 310, literally like a 40-point difference, that is because you are trading the old contract, which expires in 4 days. So today's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So this contract expires on Friday, right? Now, reason why I'm focusing on the new contract is because I like to trade contracts that have high volume. I don't want to sit here and watch paint dry. And regardless, it's like this thing is going to expire in 4 days. Just switch over, right? So I switch here to the prior to it expiring. So this is where, like I've mentioned before, where contracts like futures contracts expire, but these future contracts don't have a time decay. It's just a matter of, okay, it starts at this point, it has a duration that it goes for, and then it stops trading, and then the new one comes in. And below right here, these are options, right? So I can trade the actual options of ES. Now these trades will have a time decay because now I'm actually, trading options. So as I've explained it before, when you're trading futures, think of futures contracts as when you're trading in equity, right? When you trade in equity and you're purchasing shares, right? So trading futures contracts is the equivalence of trading shares because there's no time decay in shares. Although with futures, there is a time period where this contract will no longer be valid and a new one is in play. But you, just like equities, you can also trade options, right? So let's say, let me see, what are we, June? So let's say I want to do June 23, right? So I can come here, where's ES? ES is at 43.53. So let's say, let's say I'm expecting a move down, right? So for it to go sub 4,300. So I could literally come here and I could buy puts at 4,300 puts. If I think we're going to get a massive sell-off, right? I can, I can go all the way down to 470. Now, right now, the 470 puts are going between 775 and $8 a contract. So if you want to play options, you can play options, and you can enter and exit out of the futures options even past 4 p.m. Like you could literally at 6 p.m. you could open a futures options trade and close it out before 9:30. Just remember, like in the futures market, you're participating in the global market. So the parameters are different than when you're just strictly trading US equities market. I hope that makes sense to you guys. All right, so that was a pretty decent explanation. You guys got that? Okay. Let's see if we get a nicer drop once London closes. Ugh, that's just playing. But I'm telling you guys, futures is the way. Why? Massive liquidity, no worries about not being able to short, not be able to get long. And again, we have lives to live. And, being able to trade from 6 p.m. to the next day in the morning versus, it being a cutoff at 4 p.m. And the biggest times during the equity market is from 9:30 to, let's say, 10:30, 11, and then the last hour and a half of the day. So in reality, you're looking at what? 9:30 to, let's go 9:30, 10:30. So like an hour and a half, the first hour and a half, and then the last hour and a half. So you're looking at what? Maybe 3 hours total where you can get like really good volume. Now, if you're trying to be a day trading scalper. Now, if you're going to swing trade and wait for a desired target price, then, that's different. But even then, you're missing the bulk of the moves. Come on. Ooh, gold back down. Whew. What's the chances we see it pop into? We might. The chances are very high. Just because like it's literally been flirting with this area all day. So we might see another pop for the London close and then drop. I mean, volume's already coming in again. Ridiculous. Chances are high. Chances are high.
Finally, what is your focus level on AI and generative AI?
I think the thing we're most focused on is we have an extraordinary data set that's proprietary to stats. Is our ability to run models that
Oh
allows
boy.
us clients in a much more effective way. The answer to that is yes. So we're super interested in the way that technology can allow us with our proprietary data, the strength of the leading position that we have with our clients and businesses like
We do have another interview for that topic, David. But thank you. I appreciate you taking the time here today.
it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me, Sarah. It's good to see you.
You too, David Solomon, CEO of Goldman Sachs. Back over to you, David, in the studio.
Sarah, I know you have a few more interviews as well today to come. What do you got?
Yes, we're going to talk to Ray Dalio in the next hour, of course, founder of Bridgewater. He has some very strong views right now. Made some headlines recently about being in the beginning of a late-stage debt crisis. He thinks about the world in 10 years and its cycle and in history, and he's really focused on three key issues: debt, and he's not feeling better about the fact that we got a debt ceiling deal. So I'm really worried about
Let's go.
Treasury. He's worried about
Let's go.
things
Like, give me this money. Dang, I was expecting a lot more smoother movements this morning, but still up on the day. I'm make two mostly on micro. All right, awesome, Chicago. Hey man, base hits, bro. Base hits leads to home runs.
I'm sure you are, and yes, I do. Mike and I know how devoted you are as a fan of F1. Sarah, thank you. After the
Exactly. Slow and steady build, bro. Build the profit a profit cushion, and then, once you have a nice cushion, you can start. Like, I go at a very strategic process where I trade relatively moderate until I have a nice cushion. Once I have a nice profit cushion, depending on how big the profit margin is, I can be a little bit more aggressive with some trades to where I'm only risking profits and I'm not risking the capital or the potentiality of hitting the percentage threshold, right? Nasdaq is just Nasdaq's like, nope, not ready, not ready. Whew. We're swimming again. OBS disconnecting. What the hell? Okay, so maybe it's because I have this running. Can you guys hear me now? Okay. So price between the old and new contract, that usually means price will. Yes, exactly. So yes, that's exactly what it is. So uh if there's a gap up, price is gonna come down. If there's a gap down, price is gonna come up. Yes, to fill this void. Like this void has to be filled before price can continue either higher or lower. But at the very least, we know this thing's coming down. Oh, look at ES just drop. Up 3.5 points on ES shorts. I'm still holding NASDAQ short like, like, bruh, like, I'm getting you. What the hell? Why the hell you do that? So we're gonna put this here. There we go. It's better. Yeah, this thing is, I don't know what the hell is happening today. Good thing my boy's coming through. Ooh, okay, Dow. How are you? But yes. Drop. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Dow's acting right. NASDAQ's acting right. ES is acting right. About time. And look at that. We're getting closer to London close. Up. So much for that pop. Bruh. Just do what you're supposed to do. Sick of your shit. 30 minutes. Shit. Ooh. Okay. Need another 4 hours looking pretty good. Oh, Lord. Go. Let's go. Well, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Like, damn, this is some serious paint drying today. Like, come on, bro. on oil. Okay, so oil, I know oil is it's back below $70 a barrel. So let me take a look. Okay. All right, real quick, 1 hour time frame. We double topped at 73.18. We had a massive drop from 73 all the way down to 69. We did a nice little bounce to create a lower high, which still held below this market structure break. Continuation down. Let's look at a 4 hour and let me enlarge this real quick. All right, so 4 hour, we're back to retesting and below 67. Let's go a little further out. So we're going on a 5-year daily. Okay, zoom out a bit. Oil is looking like you know what? It's looking like it's gonna come down to $64 a barrel. Why I say this is because we had this massive reversal wick right here, and price looks like primed to retest this one more time before really moving up. Now, there are certain economic data that is affecting this drop on oil. One being the potential, I don't know if you guys have heard, but there's been a lot of talks of another outbreak or virus in China, and China potentially maybe going back on lockdowns, or China not being, fully open is going to affect the oil market, because that means there's going to be a less of a demand, right? Everything in the market works on a demand and supply level. So if there's not enough demand for oil, price goes down. So that is one of the things that is dragging oil down. I believe when that news came out, that's when we had this this drop right here on this 1 hour time frame, and that was what, last Thursday. So when we had this nice drop. So going back again to the daily time frame, I'm thinking based on this, we're coming back to retest 64.34 to be exact. Now, if price can hold above 64.34 at this level, we could possibly see a bounce back up to like 67.50s. Now, that bounce to 67.50s is going to be very important, because if price cannot continue to go up, it's going to end up coming lower and potentially going sub 60s, right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create an alert for once price gets below 64.70. Now, even though I'm expecting it to fully test 64.34 area, I always like to set my alerts a little bit before, so it gives me time to prepare for it, right? So right here, I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't. So I'm creating an alert. So what I do to create alerts is I go on the screen, I drag the mouse to where I want it, I right click, I go down to create alert, click on signal, and then I will select at or below 64.70. Voila, create, there it is. So now once price gets to and below 64.70, I will look to see how price is acting on a 4 hour, 1 hour, 30-minute, and a 15-minute time frame, and also just see, like, what's the geopolitical stuff going on, like what are they saying, how's the things are looking at China, and then I'll determine. But just not even taking news into account, we should see a nice bounce at 67, 60, 64, 30, 34 area. So, but overall, what we really need to see is we need to see oil get above, we need to see oil get above 60, what's this? 64? No, 74. So we need to see oil get above, so we need to see it get above 74, hold, maybe a potential pullback back down to like 73.60 area, and then a run up to 79. If oil can get back to 79 and higher, we can then expect a movement back up to 86 area. So ideally, I'm looking for something along these lines, right? Now, granted, right now, it's going to be important to see how it does at this 66, 65 area. But overall, I do think that oil may come down and fully retest and fill this wick, right? And the wick fill would be at 63, 64, which would probably end up going a bit lower, because in the market they tend to do that, right? They tend to do like little exaggerated movements to knock people out, entice traders, and then flip it the other way. So that is my thoughts on oil. So I'm looking for oil to come all the way down to 64.30s, and from there a potential bounce back up to like 66, which would be a nice little trade. And overall, long-term wise, I need to see oil hold above trend line. I need to see oil hold above 74 to give me confirmation that it's going to head back up to the 86 area. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, stack with the bones. Yeah, I don't know. Yo, I don't know what's up with my devices. Things are just real slow today. Okay, how long do we have till London close? 10 minutes. Okay. But yeah, but on a 1 hour time frame, oil is oversold. So, and before all of that, hell, yo, OBS keeps disconnecting. Take a picture just and send him, because this is wild. You're welcome. Okay. And say we came to play a little bit. Took some profits on Dow Jones. Nice 1300. Now I just need NASDAQ to play around out. Like, stop playing with me. So far, nice bounce on oil. 15-minute, we hit a low. 40 less than 40 cents away from a full point bounce. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Well, if you guys don't have any questions for me, I'm gonna jump off at 11, take a break, and try to jump back on. I'll probably just do the commentary at 2:30. Just because right now it just seems that we might just stay like this, but just know that I'm still holding my NASDAQ shorts. I'm still holding my ES shorts. One contract on ES. I'm short NASDAQ. What is it? NASDAQ, I'm short on it on the future side and also on the Forex side. And as well with ES. On ES, I am short the future side and I'm short SPX 500 or US 500, which is the Forex representation of ES. Okay, so we got a little pop on NASDAQ just before the London close. Dow Jones slid. Like, come on, bro. Show me what you got. A smart funded trader good for smart funded trader would be best because the percentage, it's the drawdown is based off of percentage, and you can take your sweet time. There's no reoccurring fee, so it's that one-time fee, right? And you can take your time. Now, if you do 8 cap, right? So if you go with them, select 8 cap because 8 cap has like really good spreads for the indices such as, you know, SPX 500, NAS 100. Reason why smart funded trader is better than Apex is because you can actually hold positions overnight. With Apex, you have to liquidate your positions before 5 p.m. And sometimes you might want to swing it, right? So not only will you be able to swing, but you can take your sweet time to reach the profit target. Whereas with Apex, you have 30 days, 30 calendar days. And if you really count the trading days, you only really have 20 trading days a month, right? So you literally only have 20 days to reach the target. And the thing that sucks, one of the downfalls of Apex is that your drawdown is calculated from the highest value of the account, which, you know, if you're not disciplined and selective on, you know, the trades, like discipline and being in control of your emotions and following your trade plan will keep you from losing the account. But if you didn't fail, right, but you still haven't hit the profit target and the 30-day calendar period has passed, you're going to get charged that reoccurring fee. Smart funded trader doesn't have that. right? And also with Smart Fund Trader, you can trade gold, you can trade oil, you can trade foreign currencies. So that's pretty awesome, especially because again, you can hold positions overnight. I did talk to one of the owners, and they're waiting to be approved to be able to offer equities trading. So they're not offering equities trading at the moment, but that is something that is going to be offered in the next month or so. But if you're in here with me and you're looking to trade NASDAQ, Dow Jones, ES, Russell 2000, gold, oil, you can trade all of these with them. And again, take your time to reach the profit target and know that you're not getting a monthly reoccurring fee. Can you please explain the threshold in Smart Profit Trader? What is your account? What if your account goes up 20% from 100K in profit? Does your Okay, so the threshold is 5% daily drawdown. Okay, so whatever your account size is, you cannot allow it to go beyond 5% drawdown in a day. Okay, so if you run it up 20%, you shouldn't really be risking, you know what I'm saying, 5%. So like if you're taking trades and per day, like if you take a trade and okay, it goes against you, you shouldn't be giving up 5% of your account in a day. So by you not doing that, like you keep your account going. But overall, it's 5% daily drawdown and 10% monthly drawdown, right? And it's based off of, I want to say it's based off of the account balance. I forget which one is better. I know they said like whichever, like even if you have like positions open, like they'll calculate the highest value and then they'll apply the drawdown based off of that. So it's a pretty sweet deal because some firms they do it by balance, other firms they do it by equity. I forget which one it is, but I mean like I'm not really risking that much, so I haven't really tested that out. Smart. If account in profit, does your trading stop? No, you wouldn't get stopped out at 100K or whatever. Like if you gave back all your profits like incrementally, not all in one day, you would still retain the account. But very good question. I'm gonna forward this over to one of the owners and see what they say about it. No, once you purchase the eval, so with Smart Fund Trader, once you purchase the evaluation, that is it. There is no, you're not going to get any charges unless you decide to buy another one, unless you fail and you buy another one. But let's say, okay, right now it's June, you bought one right now, right? You could go all the way till November, December. You could take all the way till November or December to complete phase one and phase one. So there is no 20-day maximum trading days or 30-day calendar period. Most firms, it's a 30-day calendar period that you have to complete the evaluate first phase. There's two phases. Okay, phase one, you make 10%. Phase two, they call that the verification phase, and that's where you only have to make 5%. So in each phases with Smart Funded Trader, you can take your sweet time. And I know with a lot of traders, they end up failing or not passing because there's that ticking time, right? Where it's like, oh damn, I only got 3 days left and I have this percentage. So now they end up taking, riskier positions, or they take a trade that they normally wouldn't take, or they do a size that they normally wouldn't take because they want to reach that target without having to start over again. But with Apex, like Yeah, I don't know what's going on today, but my thing is definitely acting up. Day trade day. Yeah. It's away. I only trade ES mini and no, I'm not sure as much how much it moves because I'm not tracking the SPY while I trade. I don't watch the SPY while I trade ES, so I wouldn't be able to answer that. Can you set up OCO orders on MT? I'm not sure if you can. You might be able to like limit orders and stuff like that. I'll check on that OCO orders. I'll check on that. I'm not sure because I keep it pretty simple. Like I come in, I mark off levels, I set up alerts. Once I get an alert that okay, the instrument that I'm trading, oh yeah, bracket orders. The instrument that I'm trading, I can set it up to where I'll get an alert and then I'll just execute my short or my long. So I'm not sure if you can do bracket orders. I know there are programs like the Magic Keys and Trade Portal that you can use to do that. MT4 and MT5 they don't offer it automatically, but I do have devices or programs that does allow it. So yeah, so you'll have MT4 or MT5 to be able to trade with. MT5 is pretty nice on the mobile app as well. But yeah, so if you trade ES, like you could definitely trade SPX 500 with this firm. Especially again because it's going to give you way more control as to the positions you take. It's going to give you way control as to when you're exiting out of the positions. So how do you track ES and how do you make your risk? So I watch ES along with the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq. Those are the instruments that I watch religiously. And based on like I'm watching ES, Nasdaq, and Dow all in like on one screen, and I have them up on multiple time frames: 1 hour, 15, 1 hour, 15, and then 3 minute. And sometimes like most often than not, it's 5 minute. So essentially, by me looking at the markets in different time frames, I'm able to see which market is outperforming, like which one is looking stronger for the day. I'll also be able to spot divergence, right? And divergence is when two of the markets are moving in one direction, or two of the indices are moving in one direction, and the other one is going in the opposite. So when I see divergence, and if I see two of them are heading in that same direction and there's one that's really not, it's a matter of time before the one that's lagging to catch up, or vice versa for the other two to catch up to the other one. So based on the sentiment that I see in the market that day, I'll determine, what direction I'm going to go in. Also, I have set strategies that it doesn't really matter news or no news that I will execute. And I personally feel that news just comes out to justify the movement that it was going to do anyways, if that makes sense. So I watch ES, and again, ES is traded more hours than SPY. ES has been trading since 6 p.m. Sunday Eastern, okay? And it'll be trading until 5 p.m. today, which then it'll stop, and then it'll start trading again today at 6 p.m. Eastern, all the way till tomorrow, 5 p.m. So I would say it's better to follow ES because ES is traded more than SPY or SPX. And my risk to reward, so on average ES will move about 15-20 points. It'll fluctuate about 30 points a day. So I will risk somewhere between 5 to 8 points, excuse me, to make about 15 to 20 points. And with ES, I like to do a scaling method. So, I mean, in general, I like the scaling in and scaling out method. So that means I enter in a small position, anticipating that it may potentially go against me a little bit. Now, there are times where I just go in a straight position and I don't add unless it's going in my direction. All right. Excuse me. Well, my good people, any other questions before I jump off?